What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to JohnnyKpicks. And in this video, I'll be going over all the fights for UFC Kansas City, Garry versus Prates. Now, first, before we get to that, please hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you are new or if you just haven't, and then also turn on those notifications so you know when I put out my new videos when we go live each and every week on Wednesday nights, and if I do anything crazy. So it's always good to have that on. If you are wondering, yes, I'm switched up my layup a little bit. The website I'm actually using is called nextmma.com. I'm tired of the little ads that Tapology keeps popping up on me, and I have to click off it while I'm doing my video. So I think it's stupid. I think this is a little bit better website. So definitely check out nextmma.com. It's just like Tapology, but I think it's better. It gives you a little better stats, as you can see. We'll go through all of it, and that way you can see a little bit more. But yeah, so couple weeks ago, UFC 314, and it was a good card. Don't get me wrong. For my picks, I did end up going 10-3. I think if I remember correctly, I lost on Darren Elkins. I gave him one last ride, so calm down, guys. I know it was a bad pick. I lost on Diego Lopez, and I can't remember the other one. It was Sean Woodson, which I did think it was a little early stoppage, but it is what it is. And also for my bets, I ended up doing very good. I only lost my Diego Lopez bet, but I ended up coming out 6.86 units profit, so that's great. Also hit the easy money and beer money parlays yet again, 2 weeks in a row for both of them. And the beer money parlay this week was plus 1458. So if you don't know what the easy money and beer money parlays are, check us out on Wednesday nights. Defend your units. We give out those bets each and every week. I always have a guest on, and then we always pick a 2-leg parlay for an easy money, and then usually a 2 or 3-leg parlay for the beer money, which is always going to be over plus 1,000. So like I said, we hit 2 of those in a row. I think we're on 3 in a row for the easy money and then 2 in a row for the beer money. So we've been getting some money that way, a lot of beer money. So I'm stocked up for at least 3 or 4 months. So we're good. Other than that, yeah, I think that's all. I'm not going to go through the fights. It's been a couple weeks. So let's just get right into it, which we're already here. It's going to be Chelsea Chandler versus Jose Lynn Jocelyn Edwards. Chandler, she's an okay striker, not very technical at all. She's kind of she's very strong, if you want to say. She does have decent wrestling, very durable. She's very fast in the cage, if you know what I'm saying. Every time she's fought a pretty decent girl, she kind of really hasn't looked great, but when she's fighting lower level people, she can pretty much bully them and get them to the ground and work her ground and pound, stuff like that. But she's a very durable fighter, but there it is. Edwards, though, solid striker. She's got good kicks up the middle, throws, stays at range very well. She's got good hands too. She's durable. She's got good cardio as well. Takedown defense, though, isn't the greatest, as you can see down there. Her takedown defense is 61%, but she does have a pretty good get-up game. I'm not for sure if Chandler's going to be able to get her down, but if she does, she might have a little bit trouble getting back up, but just because Chandler is probably going to be the stronger of the two. But I know who's better at striking, and who I think can also keep it on the feet. And the longer the fight goes, I trust her more, which is Edwards. I think Edwards wins this fight unless something crazy happens, probably by decision. Chandler is very durable. I don't think Edwards is that, one punch KO fighter, if you want to say, but Edwards should win this fight. Pretty confident in this one by decision. And I think that's what will happen. All righty. Next one we got is going to be Timothy Cuamba versus, let me see it, Roberto Romero. And for this one, let's see. They switched it up on me. Cuamba, there we are. Good striking, okay power. He can use some wrestling if need be, but he is primarily a striker. Good takedown defense. He is durable as well. And then we got Roberto Romero making his UFC debut, I believe. Let me double check on that. I could be wrong. I think I want to say he might have. No, he's not making his UFC debut. I forgot. He fought David Onama on short notice, but he is a good grappler. He does like to push forward. He's not the greatest striker. He's not very technical or anything like that. He does use his striking to set up the grappling and wrestling. He is position over submission more so. He's not going to be going for submissions all willy-nilly unless he for sure has it. He is hittable on the feet though, but he is very durable. This is a pretty good fight though. Very interested to see how this plays out, if you want to say, but yeah, this I'm gonna go Roberto. Not super confident, but I do think he gets that wrestling going. And I will say, Timmy in his last fight, didn't really look all that great against Lucas Almeida. Also, didn't look all. He looked a little bit better in the Oki fight, but I don't know. I think maybe I rated him a little bit too high when I first saw him from the Contender Series, but I think Roberto gets this one done. I think he just gets the wrestling going and he wins that way. I'm going to say by decision. I think both guys are pretty durable, like I said. I don't think anyone's going to submit anyone. Cuamba has been subbed once in his career, and Roberto only has 2 submissions in his career. So I do think this fight probably goes over. It's a thing you can look at in this fight. But give me Roberto to win. Not super confident, but I do think he wins by decision here. Next one we got is going to be Jacqueline Amorim versus Polyana Viana. And Amorim is a very, very good grappler. She's got amazing submissions. Her striking is okay. It is a work in progress, though. She does have some power in her hands if she lands. Pretty good takedowns. Cardio has been a little bit of an issue the longer the fight goes, but lately she has been looking pretty good with that. And then Viana, also a good grappler. She does have good submissions. Her striking is pretty good. She can be taken down rather easily, though. She doesn't mind playing off her back, but she is fighting against someone who is also a very good grappler. So I don't know if this is going to be a good thing for her. If she does accept the takedowns, if you want to say, she might have a little bit of an edge on the feet, but that's not saying much. I do think the better overall grappler and wrestler is probably Amorim. So I'm going to pick Amorim to win this one. Pretty confident. I think she does end up getting a submission. She's just that good with the grappling. And yeah, I'm going to go with submission. We've seen Polyana get subbed twice in her career, losses, and I think it's going to be another one. So if I remember correctly, let me look up here. I think Polyana, who did she fight recently? I'm trying to think. Was it Jillian? Yeah. So Jillian was basically able to just do whatever she wanted to do with her on the mat. And even though it was a ground and pound KO, and then Lucinda was able to get her into a triangle choke. So take it from that. But give me Amorim to win. I'm going to say by submission. I'll say second round submission. And yeah, we'll go from there. Next one's going to be Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cameron Saaiman. This is going to be a very, very fun fight. Saaiman's well-rounded, solid striking and grappling as well. Leaves himself open to counter, so his striking defense isn't the greatest, but he's pretty durable. He took a ton of pretty big shots from Peyton Talbot. He was able to survive as long as he could. His takedown defense isn't the greatest, but I do like his grappling. And like I said, he's well-rounded. He's got some good striking. Whenever he initiates the striking, I just get a little worried because his striking defense, he's very open to counters. But Malcolm Wellmaker, making his UFC debut, he's a powerful striker, likes to stay at range. He can wrestle and grapple as well, but he is primarily a striker. He has very good takedown defense. So I think this fight probably stays on the feet. And if that's the case, I think Wellmaker wins this fight. I think he's a better, more technical striker. He's got good counters. And that's what I was saying earlier. I just don't trust Saaiman too much with the counters. And I just think Wellmaker can either land a big shot again, or he can just pretty much land the bigger moments, more volume, better shots for all 3 rounds. So give me Wellmaker to win. I'll say by decision. I don't think he's going to be able to knock out Cameron, but it wouldn't shock me if he does. Because Peyton Talbot, I'm not saying Wellmaker is Peyton Talbot, but man, Peyton Talbot landed some very big bombs. So good knee as well, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna go decision. I like that one. I think that's probably what's gonna happen, but yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be shocked one bit if it's gonna be a KO. Next fight, Damon Blackshear versus Alatengheili. And for this one, we just saw Blackshear about a month ago, I believe, or less. Blackshear is a very good grappler. He's got very good submissions, solid striking, pretty good cardio. He's durable. He can be a little hittable on the feet, though. But once he gets the fight to the mat, he's a very, very good grappler. And I think that's what he should be doing. I know a couple of these fights that he lost rather recently, he wasn't really going for the grappling. He was trying to be a striker, and he ended up losing. So last fight against Cody Gibson, he wasn't looking amazing on the feet, but once he went to the grappling and wrestling, like, you could tell he's going to look minus 1,000, and he clearly did. And Alateng, solid striker. He does have some power in his hands. Can wrestle, but he's probably not going to in this fight. He can be a little low volume at times, and he is hittable. He's going to be the smaller guy by a lot, like 5 inches of height and 6 inches of reach, which is a little bit crazy to me. And I got to go Blackshear on this one. I think he can get the wrestling going for sure, and the grappling. If he gets this fight to the mat, I think it's going to be a submission pretty much all day. Alateng's only lost once by submission, but I don't know if he's fought at anyone like as good as a grappler as Damon Blackshear. I'll look real quick, but I don't think there's anyone. Clayton Rodriguez, no. Gutierrez, no. Anheliger, no. Kroom, no. Lopez, no. Kenny, no. This is clearly the best grappler he's fought, at least in the UFC. So I'm going to go Blackshear by submission. I'll say second round again. Alateng is tough and durable, and he'll fight for your money, but Blackshear is just on another level once his fight gets to the mat, and you got to go Blackshear on this one. If this fight stays on the feet, though, it could be close. But maybe if you're on the Alateng side, maybe go Alateng by decision. I don't think it's going to be able to knock out Damon. But yeah, Blackshear, submission. There you go. Next one, another fun fight. Chris Gutierrez versus John Castaneda. And let's get to my little notes here on this one. This fight was supposed to happen a couple months ago, maybe, or a month ago. I'm going to look real quick and see. Either way, it's probably like a month ago. I don't remember who canceled what. I think maybe Castaneda got not injured, but it was March 8th. Either way, they're supposed to fight. I think I remember breaking this down anyways, but Gutierrez is a very good striker. He's got amazing leg kicks, as we all know, good cardio. He can be a little hittable on the feet sometimes. Doesn't really throw his hands all that much. He can be taken down rather easily too. Takedown defense isn't the greatest, even though it does say 72% on the bottom there. He gets taken down real easy, and that's the worry here, because John Castaneda is a grinder kind of style guy. He's well-rounded, though. He's got decent striking, very good wrestling, good cardio, likes to push forward, good BJJ if the fight gets to the mat too, to keep him down. I will say Chris Gutierrez does have a pretty good get-up game, good submission defense, but man, like I said, he gets taken down. So really, this is what the fight's all about. It's Chris Gutierrez's leg kicks versus John Castaneda's wrestling. What do you like better? Because Chris is going to need to get those leg kicks going, and Castaneda is going to has to get this fight to the mat. So I remember picking John Castaneda when they were supposed to fight recently. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go with Castaneda. I'm going to say he gets the wrestling going. I just seen Chris Gutierrez get, I don't want to say demolished or dominated by a wrestler, but he has been taken down. And if he gets taken down, then he usually loses the fight. So I think it's going to happen. So give me Castaneda to win by decision. I don't see Castaneda getting a finish. If there's going to be a finish, it's probably going to be Chris Gutierrez leg kick KO. Like, that's happened before, at least 2 or 3 times. So in his career, I believe. But yeah, I'm going to go with the wrestler in this one. I usually go striker, like I told people before, but yeah, I have a feeling. I'm going to go with Castaneda by decision. Next one, even though it says, I don't think any of the websites updated, it's Evan Elder versus Gage Young, not Ahmad Hassalazan. He got arrested, and if you don't know why he got arrested, I'm not going to bring it up, but go check it out on Twitter or any of the MMA websites, and you'll be like, what? So it's Gage Young. I'll go with Gage Young first. Gage Young, he is making his UFC debut on short notice, less than a week. He is a solid striker. He's got a good jab and 1-2s down the middle. Heavy leg kicks. He likes to push forward. His striking defense is just okay, though. He can be popped in with a counter. He doesn't really move his head off the center line too much, but he is durable. Evan Elder, though, is a well-rounded guy, solid striking, good wrestling, durable on the feet as well. He can be hittable at times, too. His takedown defense is pretty good. I see this fight probably playing out on the feet. And obviously, I'm going to go with Evan Elder here. I think he's just the better fighter, full camp. And Gage Young, he's not bad, but he isn't great from what I saw in a few of his fights. So he's beat the lower level competition like he should, but this is, I think, Evan Elder's a step or two higher than probably what he's fought. He did fight, what's his name? Skilled or Quinlan? I can't remember how I say his name. You know, I'm terrible with names. I'm going to look real quick because that guy was pretty good. I think he's good, and I think he lost by decision to him, so that's a pretty good. He didn't get finished, so whatever. Anyways, give me Evan Elder to win. I'm gonna say by knockout. I think he finds the shot later in the fight, maybe third round knockout. He's gonna gas out a little bit and maybe leave himself open to more counters than Gage usually does. So, give me Evan Elder late KO. Next one, Matt Schnell versus Jimmy Flick. And for this one, we all know both of these guys if you've watched UFC in the last few years. Matt Schnell, well-rounded guy, good striking. He's got good power in his hands. He's got good grappling. Problem is he's super chinny. But he's a dog. He'll fight for your money. He's not going to go out on the first punch or anything like that. He does take a couple good shots and then he goes out. But luckily for him, he is not fighting a striker at all. I think Jimmy Flick has what? Let me look real quick. 0 wins by KO. That's all you need to know. I think Matt Schnell's chin is going to be okay. But Jimmy Flick, though, very good grappler. Like I said, striking isn't the greatest. He gets hit a ton, very hittable. 0 takedown defense because Jimmy Flick just rather the fight get to the mat. He's been KO'd a few times lately. He's lost by KO 6 times in his career. I know recently on Twitter or Instagram, I can't remember which one, Jimmy Flick posted a picture, but he already posted the same picture that he was training. It was the same exact picture from like a year ago. So I don't even know if he's really training. Somebody called him out on that. That's pretty funny. But that's the thing with Jimmy Flick. We don't know because he already retired. Then he came back, didn't look good. He hasn't looked good since then either. And I know Matt Schnell is very chinny and it's hard to trust him, but guess what? I like me some Matt Schnell in this fight. I think he can keep this fight on the mat or on the feet, I'm sorry, and get the KO on Jimmy Flick. Jimmy Flick's only win condition is by submission, and Matt Schnell, he's lost 3 times by submission, but I want to say a couple of those have been club and subs. And yeah, I think Matt Schnell gets this one done. I'm pretty confident in this one, actually, which is weird to say because if Jimmy Flick was more dangerous on the feet, then maybe I would be a little bit more hesitant with the confidence level. But Matt Schnell, I think he gets this one done by KO. I'll say first round KO. I don't think he's going to mess around. I don't think he should mess around. Keep it on the feet, get the KO, live another day. Next one, Ikram Aliskerov versus Andre Muniz. And for this one, Ikram, very good wrestler. He's got very good striking as well. Good power in his hands, good takedowns, good top control. Yeah, I mean, he's lost to Robert Whittaker in his last fight. I mean, that's no shame in that. Robert Whittaker is very good. Other than that, he's looked really good. Who hasn't been looking really good as of late is Andre Muniz, who is a very, very good grappler. Good submissions once the fight gets to the mat, but his striking is not good at all. Cardio, not good at all. Takedown defense isn't great. And when he gets the fight or when he's on his back and gets taken down, he's not good at all. He only does well when he's on top working for submissions. And if things aren't really going his way during the fight, he kind of accepts it and gives up a little bit. Can't back fighters like that. So give me Ikram to win. I'm going to say he finds the KO first round. I don't think he's going to mess around either. Ikram's not bad, but he just, he fought Robert Whittaker. Like, come on, that's a huge step up from who he's fighting. This is a huge step down from Robert Whittaker. And I just can't trust Muniz anymore. I thought I had like a little bit of hope that he might be okay, but no, he's not that great. He's 35 years old now. I think I could have swore he was older than that too. So he just hasn't been looking good. You can't back fighters that have looked like that. I know he won his last fight, but meh. Give me Ikram to win this one. First round KO. I'm messing around. Next one, Randy Brown versus Nicholas Dalby. Very interesting fight. Randy Brown, very good striker, as we all know. Good power in his hands. He likes to keep at range. He's got good kicks. He's going to have a huge height and reach, I believe. 4 inches of height, 3 inches of reach only. I thought it would be a little bit more than that. But he usually has a crazy reach and height advantage in his matchups. He does have solid grappling and submissions, but if he does get his back taken against very good wrestlers and or grapplers, he kind of can stay down there for a little bit. He's got good cardio, which is you're going to need to get in a Nicholas Dalby fight, and he is pretty durable. Dalby, though, he's a well-rounded guy. He's just like good everywhere, but he's not super dangerous. He's not great anywhere except cardio and durability. He's pretty durable. He likes to push forward. He likes to outgrind you, get the fight in the deep waters, and basically just win that way. Dalby's 40 years old now, guys. 40. And once you hit that 40 mark, it's very tough for me to back you with full confidence, even though I picked a couple 40-year-olds lately and they lost. But I got to go Randy Brown. Normally I would pick Dalby in this one, but I just think Randy Brown, with his length, he's going to keep it on the outside. He just has to. Round 3 is going to be one I'm going to be a little bit worried about, but I think he can outstrike Nicholas. I think he can land the better shots, and I think he wins this one by decision. I don't see any finish. Dalby's only been finished like once, or he hasn't been finished at all. Never mind. I was going to say once because I can't even remember what it was. So I'm going to say Randy Brown by decision. I don't think Nicholas is going to be able to finish Brown, and maybe look at the over for a parlay piece. I'd like the over in this one. I think that works. Both guys by decision is also a good play, but I think Randy Brown gets this one done. Decision. Next one, Michel Pereira versus Abus Magomedov. And for this one, Pereira is a well-rounded guy. He is more so a striker, but he does have good grappling he can use. Crazy, unorthodox striker, as we all know, jumping knees, jumping off the cage, back flips, all that good stuff, Superman punches. He has been looking good moving to middleweight, but unfortunately in his last fight, he came across a guy named Fluffy Hernandez who can out-cardio you if you do not get him out of there early, and that's exactly what happened. I'm surprised Michel was in there for that long, but Fluffy ended up getting the finish late. But Magomedov, also a dangerous striker. He can be hittable at times. He does wrestle at times as well. But he does slow down as the fight goes on. So both guys kind of slow down a little bit as the fight goes on. Both guys are very dangerous strikers. They are different style of strikers. I would say Pereira's going to have the speed advantage. Maybe Magomedov. I don't know, because like he's not as. I think both guys are as powerful, but Michel's going to be quicker. But as the fight goes on, it might be more of an even match. So I'm going to go with Pereira. Only because I believe if Magomedov goes for the wrestling, Pereira's got very sneaky front chokes and any kind of choke at all. He does have, and he can get the reversals. And if the fight's on the feet, I just think Pereira's going to be a little bit quicker and should be able to land enough volume. If this fight is set at 1.5, I kind of like the over 1.5 in this spot. But give me Pereira to win. I'm going to say decision. I think this fight goes all 3. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to finish anyone. If there is a finish, it might be early. But if this fight gets into round 2, that over 1.5 is going to hit if it's set at 1.5. So give me Pereira to win by decision. Not super confident because I can see him gassing, but Abus gasses too. So it's kind of like a if one thing happens, probably the same is going to happen to the other thing. The only thing I can see maybe for Abus, if he does get that wrestling going, but I like Pereira's grappling. I think he can get some sweeps and get the chokes and stuff like that. So give me Pereira. I just think he's a better fighter, more athletic, more talented. But Abus does have power. He's nothing to, nothing to shy away from, if you want to say something like that. I don't even know. It's early in the morning, guys. I don't have my my jokes on point today yet. As you see, I'm still drinking my coffee. Next fight, though, Giga Chikadze versus David Onama. Chikadze is a very good kickboxer. He got amazing kicks to the liver. He does a pretty good boxing as well. He mainly uses his kicks, though. He doesn't really wrestle, doesn't really grapple. His takedown defense is pretty good. He does have a good get-up game if taken down as well. David Onama, though, solid striker. He's got good power in his hands. He throws tons of volume, likes to push forward. Pretty good cardio. Durable. He has been getting rocked, though, as of late in the last couple fights. But he gets back up and recovers really quick, and then he ends up winning the fight. Yeah, this is a close fight, and I was really, really, really tempted to pick Giga, but I think I'm going to go with Onama. I just believe that Onama is just going to put a pace on him. He's going to stay within boxing range. He's not going to stay within kicking range. And I think he's the better boxer, and I think he's going to be able to land more shots. And I think Giga's only chance really here is to get him out of there early, because we have seen Giga fade a little bit as fights go on too. And maybe Onama mixes in some wrestling later in the fight too to seal him some rounds too if it's a very close round. So give me Onama to win by decision here. Onama has been looking pretty good as of late. Even like I said, he has been getting rocked in some of these fights, but I just don't know if Giga's going to be able to. That's the thing. So give me Onama to win by decision. This is a close fight though. I was very tempted to pick Giga, but I just don't think Giga can win a decision. That's the problem. And I don't know if he's going to be able to get Onama out of there. Onama has lost by KO, 0 times, never been finished, but he's been getting rocked. That's the thing. I think his time is coming. I just don't think it's going to be this one. So, Onama, decision. Now we got Anthony Smith versus Zhang Mingyang. And this is going to be fun for however long it lasts. Anthony Smith, we all know him. Well-rounded fighter, good grappling, good submissions. He's got decent striking, good leg kicks. Very durable and tough, even until I wouldn't say he's durable and tough. He's very tough. The durability, though, not anymore. Takedown defense isn't great. I don't think he's going to have to worry about takedowns in this fight because Mingyang Zhang is a powerful striker. He throws a lot of volume, good ground and pound. If the fight does get to if he gets some wrestling going, he's on top. He does have some grappling he can use, but he's probably not going to do it in this fight. He can be hittable, but he's a brawler. He's going to go in there. He's going to try to knock you out. If I'm not mistaken, this guy has a zillion first round KOs or whatever. I'm going to look real quick to let you guys know. He has 12 first round KOs, only been to decision once, and he's got 6 first round submission wins and 12 first round submission wins. He's lost in the first round by KO once and sub by 1. So he's really only made it past round 1 3 times out of his career. That's crazy. 24 fights. He's only been in round 2 and beyond 3 times. This fight's not getting in round 2, guys. One way or another. Give me Mingyang Zhang by KO. Anthony Smith has 12 losses by KO in his career. This is his retirement fight. Mingyang isn't one of those guys where he's going to stay on the outside and pick you apart until he finds that KO. No. He's going to rush in there. He's going to find that KO. Unfortunately, that's going to happen, I think, in this fight. So, Mingyang, first round KO. Here we go. And the last fight of the night is going to be Garry, I'm not going to say Machado, versus Carlos Prates, the Fighting Nerds. Ian Garry's a very good striker. He does have some power in his hands, very quick strikes, good combinations, good leg kicks, good kicks in general. He's got good footwork, good movement. He likes to circle around the cage, which is he's going to have to probably do in this one. Sometimes he can leave himself open to counters in the Song fight, a Kenan Song fight, or Song Kenya, however you want to say it. But he is durable. And we got Prates, who's a very good striker as well. He's very explosive. He's got crazy power in his hands and good knees. He keeps his hands a little low. He's got good kicks. But the thing with him, we've seen a lot of these awesome KOs by him early. But this is a 5-round fight. And I'm a little worried that he's going to slow down a little bit as the fight goes on. And Garry's been in a 5-round fight before. I believe it was against was it Shavkat was the 5-rounder? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was. And he's fought the better competition. I know Prates kind of fought the similar guys, but as of late, Garry's been fighting the top level guys. So just so you guys know, I put this breakdown in here. I didn't even end up picking anybody yet because I can see both these guys winning. But here's the thing that I keep going back to. If Prates does not get a first or second, maybe early 3rd round KO, I think he loses. And I don't know if he's going to be able to knock out Garry. I think Garry's a good enough striker. He's very technical. He's very sound. Like I said, we've seen him get rocked. But he's got good recoverability. We haven't really seen Prates outside of round 1 or 2 too much. I'm going to go Garry. My gut says Garry. Garry by decision. I think he gets this one done. Maybe a late finish if Prates, I don't say death gasses, but gasses out to the point where the ref stops it a little too early or something like that. 4th or 5th round. But I think Garry gets this one done, and I'm going to say by decision. I know it's a 5-rounder, but yeah, the gut says so. What are you going to do? But all right, guys, that is it, I believe. I'll do a double check since this is a new website, and I want to make sure I got all the fights in because it seems like this is a little quicker than usual. Let's see. Yep. Got all the fights in. I think there is 14 fights, so we got all 14 fights. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And on your way out, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Comment below on some of your favorite fights you're looking forward to. Anything you disagree with me on, put below. I always like to say that you're right and or wrong. And check out my Patreon, patreon.com/JohnnyKpicks. I already have a couple bets up for UFC Kansas City. We are starting the UFC Survivor Pool this week. So if you want to join, just all you have to do is become a member, whether you support it, a free member, or if you want to do it for $5.99. Either way, you can play for free. Wednesday night, Defend Your Units. We'll have a special guest on with the Easy Money and Beer Money Parlay as usual. And that's all I got for you. So until next time, guys, and hopefully everybody wins their bets and all that good stuff. And that's all I got. Happy fight night. Peace out.